Hi, welcome to this second clip for this first week on theoretical perspectives and key ideas. As I mentioned in the first clip, this second clip is really just a little bit of housekeeping, stuff that I want to take you through that you need to know for this course and how it's going to operate. I should say that everything that I say is on Moodle. Just enroll, as you probably know by now. To enroll onto any Moodle page, you just use the code of the course, of the module, as the enrollment key, and then you're inside and you can get all of this information about assessments, about tutorials, about seminars, and books and readings, and everything is on Moodle, right? It's all up to date and so on. One thing I realized, by the way, is that I forgot in the first clip to say who I am. My name is Martin Holbrand, right? And I'm going to be teaching you this course. Just a little bit about me so you know. I work in Cuba primarily. My research, it started being on kind of Afro-Cuban religious and ritual practices. More recently, it's been very much about politics, revolutionary politics, what it takes to make a revolutionary society, self-designatedly so, as Cuba has seen itself since 1959, and trying to relate that with some of the kind of analytical perspectives that I develop in relation to the study of myth, ritual, cosmology, and so on in my study on Afro-Cuban religion. So that's my kind of background. I'm also the head of this department, so I care very, very much about the welfare and well-being of the student, and I hope this is reflected in the way that this course will run. Good. Okay, that's me, just so you know who you're dealing with. And I will probably refer to my research at some points as we go through the lecture, but not that much given the nature of this course, perhaps, and I certainly don't want to flood you with my own theoretical perspectives and my own key ideas. That's not the point at all, right? Good. So housekeeping, what are the ground rules for the lectures and the tutorials and the seminars? Well, the ground rules, I told you how it's going to work with the pre-recorded clips and the tutorials and or seminars for a master student, and then the Q&A for the undergrads on the Friday. All of that, I hope, is clear. What you need to do is come to the tutorials and the seminar having done the required readings each week, or the required materials. So, for example, this week it's required for you to watch a video clip. And it's not a reading, it's a video, but so be it. And it really, the success of the tutorials and the seminars very much depends on everyone having done the reading. So can I please plead with you to make sure that you do the reading. I've made sure to keep it manageable and relatively short. You won't have much more than 40, 50, 60 pages to read every week. It's sometimes heavy going. This is a theory course. It's really challenging, and that's why it's also important that I don't kind of overload you with readings. So do the required reading in order to come to the seminar or the tutorial if you're an undergraduate. I expect the reading to take about 5 hours in preparation. It might take longer, it might take shorter. Everyone has their different pace, but that's roughly what I expect it to do. Each week there's a set of questions that you're invited to prepare and reflect on. It's 4 questions, A, B, C, and D each week, and you should really prepare answers for those questions to bring to the tutorials or the seminars. I say tutorials for undergrads and seminars for masters, right? So you understand that. And the discussion will be structured around those questions. But then those refer to the key readings, the required readings, but there's also recommended readings and further readings, and those are there, and I've put a lot of care into this, for you to use as a resource, particularly if you decide to prepare an essay on the particular topic of that week, right? So for many of the topics, there's 9 different topics, right, on the course. You may just do the required readings for many of them, but for some of them you'll do the further readings as well, or the recommended readings, because those will be the ones that you'll be able to draw on for your essay. Of course, you're very much free to also draw on readings that you do for other modules on your program, right? Because everything is relevant to this module, and this module is relevant to everything, because precisely theory is something that undercuts and cuts through and is transversal, if you like, in everything that we do in anthropology, right? So you can totally mix and match the readings and the knowledge that you gain from other modules in order to answer questions on this one. That's absolutely fantastic. So all of this is on Moodle. From Moodle you can connect to the online reading list, the library's reading list, so you can get most of these things digitized. I highly recommend that you also go to the library sometimes and browse the books, because that's a way to bump into knowledge that you didn't expect to bump into. Let me say a few things about the assessment. The module is assessed both for the masters and for the undergraduates by an essay. You have to submit your essay at the end of this term for if you're a master student, or an affiliate student if you're an undergrad. Actually no, at the beginning of next term for the masters, and at the end of this term for the affiliates. Sorry about that. All of the details are actually on Moodle, so go there and consult them. And if you're an undergrad, you actually submit this essay in May, a long time away. We're giving you time for that. But of course you're welcome to submit it earlier if you want. That's absolutely fine as well. So there is also for the undergraduates a formative essay. That is an opportunity in November to write an essay and get feedback on it from Nargis, who will be taking the tutorials. That's an extremely valuable opportunity that I hope as many of you as possible take advantage of. Very often I find that people decide not to do their formative essay. That's a real waste for you, because you can really get feedback that will help you do better at your summative essay, the one that actually counts for your degree. So that's an opportunity for you there. The essays have word limits. For the undergrads, it's 2,000 words. For the masters, it's 3,000 words. Stay within the word limit. You know by now, I hope, if you're an undergrad, and you'll find out as a master's student by looking at your student handbook that there are rules about penalties for going over the limit, as well as for submitting your essay late. Please don't shoot yourself in the foot by going over the word limit. It's really not worth it. Be super strict with yourself and don't go over it. And the same goes for not submitting late. Okay, I think that's kind of all of the housekeeping that I had to tell you about. In the next clip, we'll be talking a little bit about some of the kind of theoretical coordinates that are going to inform all of the sessions, really, as we develop through this module from week to week. So see you in the next clip.